Coming up on Benidorm ER, a battle for life by the water's edge. A nosebleed becomes a nightmare.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And a far from routine appointment.
Basically, I'm here to have the throat cut open.
Benidorm, on the sun-drenched Costa Blanca, is Spain's busiest resort, attracting over 1 million tourists every summer, many of them from the UK. But unfortunately, some of those visitors end up here at Clínica Benidorm, one of the most modern and most busy private hospitals in Spain.
No break.
350 staff work round the clock, treating patients from all over Europe. And a large percentage of the walking and wheeled wounded are Brits.
I think it might be broken because I could hear it crack.
Today, the ER staff is trying to deal with Michael Evans from Newcastle. The shirt's a bit of a clue. Who's arrived at the hospital? He says he was beaten up and robbed last night.
That's only water, mister, yeah?
Sorry.
Yeah, no, don't worry. Keep on this side, then it goes to your eye.
Unfortunately, it's possible Michael may just have had one too many, which makes treating his injuries a far from simple task for Dr. Patrick Belter.
3 o'clock this morning, you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got robbed from my passport.
Yeah.
I'm not being soft. It's just...
Okay.
So
Because 3 o'clock in the morning, the problem is there, it's too long time to make stitches, yeah? So normally after 6 hours, you shouldn't put stitches inside, because if not, then it's more infected. We will fix it, yeah? But without stitches, yeah?
Michael is given a tetanus jab as a precaution, and the medical team try to clean him up. But as he's a little worse for wear, he's left alone for a while to sober up. Elsewhere in the hospital, another patient is in a cheery mood, which is somewhat surprising.
Basically, I'm here to have the throat cut open because I've got 3 slip discs at the top of my neck and they're causing a lot of problems, really. I can't write very well and I'm dropping things. Dropped a bottle of wine the other day and that is a definite no-no. So I'm just waiting to be admitted now and I think he's come to get me now. Are we going? Nos vamos, no?
Christine Clement is something of a celebrity in Benidorm because she owns one of its most legendary venues. The Benidorm Palace is a spectacular and slightly saucy cabaret show that's become a firm favourite with tourists and locals. Witness-born Christine came to Benidorm in 1971 for a week's holiday, met a Spanish Christopher lookalike called Vicente, fell in love, ripped up a return ticket and tied the knot instead. The couple bought the palace in the early 1990s, and Christine has been there almost every day since.
It's a big nightclub, it's hectic. Very hectic, but we love every minute of it, we really do.
Today, however, the club can look after itself, as Christine needs a major operation to address her continuously slipping discs.
They need to go in through the throat to correct them, and what they're going to do is put like an implant about the size of my fingernail into each disc, which will stop them ever slipping back again. And hopefully that will avoid then all the discomfort and the pain and the pins and needles that I get in my arms and hands.
Christine has brought friend Janet for some support.
I didn't want the family to come in. They're better just going about their business and they can come in and see me when it's all over and done with and they don't need to get nervous and worried. What they don't say, they're not going to worry about, are they? So I think it's better this way.
Although she's asked the family not to come, she's already making plans to see them.
I'll be out of here as soon as I can. I've got to get out on Saturday. It's my granddaughter's birthday. So, come what may, I'm leaving here Saturday. I can't let her down, so...
But former nurse Janet is concerned about Christine's plans to leave.
I'm worried for Chris, because with being an ex-nurse, I have, you know, a bit of medical knowledge, and I know what they're going to be doing to her. So I have mixed feelings. I think she thinks she's going to come out on Saturday and be all right, but no, she isn't.
Michael Evans from Newcastle has been admitted to the hospital with a nasty head wound, and now he's on the floor. He's fallen off the bed, and it soon becomes clear that he's hurt himself quite badly in the process. He's opened up the cut above his eye, and he seems to be disorientated. But Michael's more concerned with his football jersey and his injuries. Dr. Benjamin Berlien tries to get through.
Where are you now?
No, necesito el fisiológico de hidratación.
Flamingo, yes.
Sorry?
Flamingo,
El
yes.
fisiológico de hidratación, por favor, Paco.
Do you know the date today? Okay, and what's wrong? What is the problem? How do you feel?
Michael's not responding.
That's hurt? Okay, relax.
But treating someone in this condition isn't easy.
Do you drink alcohol yesterday?
As the wound has opened up again, it's almost like a fresh injury, so the team decide to staple it, which doesn't go down well.
Okay. Okay, that's all.
Michael is taken for a brain scan. It's possible his injuries are more serious than just superficial wounds. His ankle is also x-rayed, and his head is bandaged up. And this time the nurses make sure the wound can't be reopened.
We're going to try to medicate for the painkillers and to rehydrate you. That's the very important thing in this moment, okay? These fluids. Are you agree or not?
Well, I can argue where he's on the doctor's on.
Great. Better like that, okay?
That was very much. That was.
He's then taken to his own room where hopefully he'll get some sleep and feel a bit better tomorrow.
Bye. See you later.
Almost.
Coming up, mystery illness becomes a painful experience.
Bloody hell, what are you doing?
There's a life or death struggle on the beach.
Patients just going to cardiac arrest.
And the English Quarter turns into the Wild West.
It's all planned. The brandy. There's too many of them.
Benidorm is a haven for couples, but it also caters for a large number of single holidaymakers too. But when health problems arise, holidaying alone can be a frightening experience. 55-year-old widower Stephen Carnell from Rotherham has been holidaying by himself for a week in Benidorm. He's due to fly home in a few hours, but he started to feel unwell at his hotel.
It got worse and worse, and it got to the point that the reception got me an ambulance and a doctor, and they decided to admit me in casualty.
Sometimes holiday excesses are the cause of patients' misfortunes, but that's not the case with Stephen.
I haven't been drinking alcohol or anything, just water and coffee and tea, that's it. And this is the first time this has ever happened to me.
Dr. Carmen Ruiz arrives to assess the situation.
This morning when I've got up, I started checking.
Yes?
I started to eat things, thinking I was, really, everything I eat, I'm being sick.
Stephen's diabetic, but yesterday he lost his insulin.
And then I must have left everything in the park, and I can't remember where it is.
You can't remember. Okay, don't worry. We have a lot of insulin here in the hospital for you. We are going to put a drip with liquids, and you are going to feel better. Okay?
Thank you.
But probably you can fly today still.
Oh, that's okay.
Yes?
Yeah.
That is not the more important now.
No, I will have to get better first.
Okay.
But 5 minutes later, Stephen's not feeling better. And he's less than impressed with the hospital's answer to his problems.
Oh, put me sick in that. Sick in a bag. Yeah. Bloody bag to be sick in. Oh, God.
He needs to go on a drip, and he's not looking forward to it.
Bleeding now. Bloody hell, what are you doing?
Finish.
I think so. God almighty. I thought you were digging a tunnel. Very painful. Very painful. I feel really terrible.
Stephen's symptoms are more complicated than first appeared. His blood pressure is also causing some concern.
I think that there are more things, not only the sugar problems, because it's not normal. The blood pressure is so low, and that is not normal, you know.
Oh, the bee. It's made incontinent.
No, it's new.
Stinks.
It's new.
Stephen's taken for a chest and lung x-ray to check for any further problems. And he's moved to a private room, but it doesn't ease his anxiety.
I hope if I'm like this that I'm not going to be discharged. There's nowhere I can go. I can't fly home like this. I can't stop in a hotel like this. I just want it all sorted out.
The x-rays are analysed, but will they provide any answers to Stephen's mystery illness? It's a busy day at Clinic Benidorm. The next patient to arrive is Belfast electrician Gary Palmer, who's had an accident on the beach. Dr. Carmen Ruiz assesses Gary's condition.
What are you doing? Making volleyball or?
Real ball up the head of the pass. I heard a crunch.
It's first time?
I dislocated before.
Gary was taking part in one of the most dangerous sports known to man.
Me and my girlfriend were just playing bat and ball, just a tennis ball on the beach, and I threw it up to serve it, and when I hit it, I just heard a complete crunch and drop clean to the floor. The next thing, the paramedics came and distracted me off. You never think it's going to happen to you. You never do. I've actually seen this show. Never think you'd be on it.
It's not the first time Gary's damaged his shoulder.
I had a seizure last year, and fell and dislocated it. And to be fair, I never went to get that proper treatment, so it sort of healed itself a bit, but obviously not enough.
There's a chance the shoulder may no longer be dislocated.
I think it sort of slid back into place as I got up, just because it was complete agony when it happened.
But the medical team need to make sure, so Gary's taken for an X-ray. Carmen analyses the results.
Here, but we can see the clavicula. The rest of the things is there, and the part of the head is in good place. But that is not enough. It's necessary to do another, and the other is okay.
100%.
It's in the place.
The shoulder's popped back into place, and it's an all clear for Gary.
Happy days, and not need to get pushed back into place again, because I think that'll be pretty sore. So it's going to get put in their sling and sent home. Get my flight tomorrow, and everything's all good. Happy days.
He's strapped up and sent on his way.
If you get out and get a bit of sun for the last couple of hours I have here.
Happy to be able to enjoy his last day in Benidorm.
See you later.
As long as he steers clear of any more extreme sports, of course. Nightclub owner Christine Clement is about to have major throat surgery, and she's feeling calm, for the moment at least.
I'm feeling fine. I'm not particularly nervous, to be truthful. I just want to get it over and done with.
Dr. Karim Bengazala will be performing the surgery.
And how long will the operation be, do you know?
It takes about 3 hours. Okay.
So I'll be climbing up mountains next week, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
20 minutes later, it's time to go into theatre. Christine is prepared for surgery and placed under general anaesthetic, and the procedure begins.
And here you can see, here we have the approach. We do a cut here about 3 centimeters, and this is sufficient to go ahead to the spine and then to start with the spinal surgery.
Christine has been suffering for years from slipped discs, and the surgeons need to work on her spinal cord. The best way in is through the throat. It's a complex procedure, but hopefully Christine will finally be free from pain when it's all over. Yesterday, Geordie Michael Evans was admitted with a nasty head wound, saying he'd been beaten up and mugged. He wasn't the easiest patient to treat.
Okay, that's all.
But having spent the night at the hospital, and with his scan and x-rays revealing no serious damage, today Michael's checking himself out, even though he's not feeling 100%.
Just a bit sore. What they expected him coming to hospital to get tickled there.
Michael's father is flying in later today, and Michael has just one thing in mind.
I'm just going to go and have the drink. I shouldn't have a drink on me there. What, where's the flamingo? Where's this? It's got to be a lot weird, because I remember that scene. Nice to meet you, right, pal? Yeah, okay.
It's been 24 hours since diabetic Stephen Carnell was admitted with mystery symptoms.
Yeah, I'm Stephen Carnell.
And his insurance company have just called.
Oh, thank God you've rung. All right. Oh, I'm 9 years old, lad. I've never been as bad a man for my life. But, you know, I know you see to everything for me, don't you?
But the call might not be the news Stephen has been waiting for, because his insurance doesn't cover him for diabetes.
It's not the diabetes I've been coming with. Because of the medication that they give you, it knocks your diabetes levels up. I've no money, lad. That's why I took top insurance out with you. I've nobody, lad. I'm 55, but that's my wife. I've nobody. Yeah, bye. He's totally bloody crafty, you know. They wanted not to insure you for the diabetes now. This is why I didn't want him to put it down as diabetes when I came in. And all these things of beer, it's causing me more diabetes because my sugar levels are sky out. It's ingredients that's in them.
More worryingly for Stephen, he's getting weaker.
I haven't eaten at all. Can't stomach it.
The following morning, Stephen has a visitor.
Hi, good morning, Stephen.
Dr. Delphine Arthur is doing his morning rounds, and Stephen has an urgent problem to discuss.
I've got the diarrhea.
Okay.
So I need something to stop the diarrhea.
Of course, no problem. First problem, you have a gastroenteritis. Yeah. What is the second problem? The most important problem, you are a diabetic patient. And in this kind of diabetic patient, when you have the gastroenteritis, produce that your sugar levels are changing, are too high. And produce these things, can produce more abdominal pain, and can produce more diarrhea. What is the problem? You don't take your tablets to control your diabetes, and this was the cause that produced an increase of your sugar levels. Okay?
Stephen's illness appears to be a result of gastroenteritis mixed with side effects from not taking his insulin. With the mystery hopefully solved, Dr. Arthur gives him a once-over and continues his rounds.
Thank you very much.
See you. Okay?
Much appreciated.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
The traditional emergency services in Benidorm are assisted by the Red Cross. 22-year-old Brit, Jamie Williams, is a volunteer.
I moved out to Spain when I was 7 years old. My parents decided it would be safer and a better life out in Spain than it would be in the UK. I do consider myself Spanish now. After about 15 years in Spain, it feels natural to say I'm more Spanish than I am English.
Jamie began working with the Red Cross 6 years ago.
Initially, I started off with a basic first aid course. I got interested in it, started getting more courses, more interest, and here I am.
And all that training could well be put to the test today, because it's Friday the 13th, when anything can, and usually does, happen. And sure enough...
We've just been called out from the local police for a person that's unconscious on the beach. We don't know any further details at the moment. There's a lot of traffic that can get nerve-wracking because someone might just pull out and you never know. It happens to me more than once, unfortunately. Right, we're just arriving on scene now. The local police are on scene, so we'll see.
With every second vital, Jamie races to the unconscious man. The situation looks serious. The man's heart has stopped and he isn't breathing. Luckily, a Spanish nurse witnessed the incident and has been trying to help. They turn the man over and try to restart his heart. He's not responding. Coming up, the medical team struggle as a nosebleed turns serious.
They need to stop the bleeding. That's the main important.
A major fight stretches resources.
I think I'm on the rapid road now.
And future plans are reassessed.
I don't think I'll be travelling abroad for the rest of my life now. I've done.
The Red Cross are on an emergency call to a man who's collapsed on the beach, and it soon becomes a desperate battle to save a life. Frantically, the medical team search for a pulse, and despite the man's lifeless appearance, they find one. Essex-born Jamie Williams is a Red Cross volunteer.
Patient's just going to cardiac arrest. We've managed to get him out. But sad to say he's going to crash again, so we're just waiting for another ambulance for the doctor to come and pick him up. Right, he's coming round.
Incredibly, the man regains consciousness.
Caballero, ¿me escucha? ¿Sabe lo que ha pasado? I'm just relieved. He's come out of the cardiac arrest. Yeah, ya está. By the look for it, he's on a 90% recovery. Lucky enough, we discovered the cardiac arrest right on time, within the first seconds. We didn't have to use a defibrillator, which is good. It's not a nice thing to use. Saves lives, but not really the best thing. I am happy we've saved his life. I can say at least I saved their life today. So I'm just relieved he's okay. Tómate, ¿vale? Sería mejor de momento. Unos minutitos más, ¿vale? Es que si no te va a marear más.
Amazingly, the man is now alert and talking calmly. And as nightfall descends on Levante Beach, Jamie is elated.
I've had various cardiac arrest experience, but it's the first time it's actually happened so fast. But the fact that we've saved his life instantly, you can actually see the change. From when he wasn't breathing, to now he's breathing, talking, and wants to sit up and talk. The adrenaline rush sometimes is just too much. Friday 13th. It's going to be, by the looks of it so far, it's going to be interesting. If we start the shift off with a cardiac arrest, I'm sure it's going to be an interesting night.
On the other side of the city, an ambulance from Clinica Benidorm is on its way to another call-out. To a hotel where a guest has a problem.
No, sit down.
21-year-old Tom Hall from Preston has had a nosebleed on and off for the last 2 days.
He's probably got a broken vein inside, that's why this keeps bleeding. Also, he probably has been drinking alcohol, and that's probably causing more reaction for the bleeding.
The ambulance staff don't want to take any chances and whisk him to Clinica Benidorm. As they head for hospital, medic Juan Jose is concerned.
Okay, your blood pressure is a little bit high for the moment.
Juan tries to stop the bleeding.
No, I do it.
But he can't.
No, I'm walking, I'm fine. It's all right,
The medical staff are concerned about Tom's bleeding. He's more worried about his travel insurance and whether it will cover it.
Can you ask about the insurance, please?
Yes, your colleague. Don't worry about the insurance. First, let's.
How am I meant to pay for it? Like, if it costs money, I've not got it. I'm stuck in Spain overnight.
Right.
No money.
We sort that out later. First, let's get your bleeding sorted, okay?
No. Yeah.
Dr. Soraya Benavides joins the team.
Dizzy? No? Headache? No, nothing. Okay.
The medical staff think they know how to stop the bleeding, but it's not going to be pleasant for Tom.
Stop. Relax, please. Relax. Try to relax, yeah?
Sorry, I'm sorry. I can't. I'm sorry.
They need to stop the bleeding. That's the main important. You're feeling dizzy, right?
You're making cardiac, that's all.
Try to relax. Lay down, please.
The staff are struggling to stem the bleeding. Lying on his back doesn't make things any easier. Worryingly for Tom, he's due to return home tomorrow, but if the bleeding continues, he might not be able to board the flight.
You need to let the doctors try to stop the bleeding. If not, it will not stop. And definitely like that, you cannot fly out tomorrow in this condition. You need to let the doctors...
We need to relax, yeah?
It hurts, so you understand it hurts.
I know, but it's worse that you are bleeding, you know?
The medical team try again. This time with more success.
Try to wait until for it to be
20 minutes later, Tom is feeling well enough to recall what happened.
I was just getting ready in my room before, and I ended up having a nosebleed, and an hour. It lasted for an hour. I had one yesterday. I was sat by the pool, and my nose started bleeding for half an hour then. And we went out today to buy some presents and stuff. And we were walking down the street, and it just started bleeding again. But luckily, went to an English bar, and the woman was there. She worked in a hospital for 20 years, so she stopped it for me.
The cause of Tom's bleeding is still uncertain.
I've been told quite a few things: high blood pressure, the heat, like expands your blood vessels in your nose, and then it just stops bleeding. I don't think that alcohol's helped at all either.
Another factor could, of course, be the date, Friday the 13th.
Oh my God, it is as well. I can't believe that. I didn't even think about that. I'm in hospital in Benidorm. As if.
Tom's not the only person to be hit by the curse of Friday the 13th. In the English Quarter in the northwest of Benidorm, home to hundreds of bars and nightclubs and a mecca for UK tourists, things have turned ugly. Still out in town, Red Cross volunteer Jamie Williams gets a call.
Oh. Hola, discoteca en la Avenida Mallorca.
A serious fight has broken out, and there are injured holidaymakers that need urgent medical treatment. As the police race to the scene, Jamie and the ambulance crew follow close behind.
We've been called by local police and the national police, so we'll see. I don't know how many injured there are. It's a getting game at the moment. I think there's another ambulance en route anyway. If there's a fight, the police will stop it and then we'll go in.
As they arrive at the location, there's already a heavy police presence.
There's 4 patrol cars here, 5.
An injured youth is in serious pain. The boy, from Sweden, has a deep cut on his leg.
Somebody threw a glass in the bottom and a split up in the leg.
Has he just got the one wound?
Oh, yes.
Only that? Do you have any pain in it?
The crowd is restless. It's a tense situation for Jamie and the crew.
Right, at the moment we've got a patient here, early 20s by the looks of it, has a major cut on his leg. It's quite deep, it could be between about an inch or an inch and a half deep. As you can see, there's lots of people around, so we're going to try and get out of it as soon as possible. We've bandaged the wound up, but there's another injured in the ambulance now, so we're just going to have a look at that.
The wounded boy is lifted into the ambulance, and Jamie looks for another victim injured in the fight.
Were you in the same incident?
Yeah.
The man has clearly taken a beating.
Right, okay, is it just your face?
Yeah, I think I'm going to rock my jaw now.
Right, can you open your mouth? That's about it, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, okay, just watch out. Is it up there?
No.
There?
No.
There? Yeah, okay. You've got a bit of a black eye. You've been here. Did you get punched in the face? You've got a black eye. You've got a bit of a nosebleed.
Kicked a few times.
All right, anything else apart from that?
Oh, no, I'm okay.
Right, okay.
The man's friend has also taken a kicking.
Right. So is that there? There.
Oh, yeah.
Right, watch out.
It appears to have been a large-scale incident.
I don't know how many people hit me, but there was about 10 people who hit me. Obviously, you can see. And I just couldn't get back up. I tried to get back up. Next time, I think on now, my friends got the same sort of injuries as me, and they've all gone. It's all planned. They planned it. There's too many of them. There's only 4 people. There's got to be 20 of them.
Despite their injuries, the two men decide not to go to hospital for a checkup, and instead return to their hotel in a sombre mood.
I won't be coming back round here tomorrow, so I might be going back home tomorrow now. So, thank you.
How are you feeling? Do you have your medical card on you? Medical card? Doctor's card? No, mine can't.
The injured boy isn't sure he has travel insurance, but he needs stitches in his leg, so he's taken to the city's public hospital, where Jamie hands him over to the experts.
We've left the patient in the ER. He's going to be stitched up, have his wound cleaned up, stitched up, and hopefully be out by maybe 6 o'clock in the morning.
It's been 4 days since diabetic widower Stephen Carnell came into Clinic at Benidorm, and he's gone walkabout, drip and all. The reason?
Boredom. It makes you feel just depressed, just being in here. And I mean, this is a good hospital, don't get me wrong. You go to some countries and it's not like this.
Unfortunately for Stephen, he won't be allowed to leave until he's fully recovered, and that's some way off.
I've had 3 biscuits since Tuesday. It's the case of the taste of the food. I've not been able to hold it down. But there's a lot of this gastric enteritis going around, so I've heard.
Although he's now sorted out his insurance worries, it's been a stressful experience for Stephen, and one that's put him off foreign trips for good.
I don't think I'll be travelling now abroad for the rest of my life now. I've done. Yeah, I've done. I'll just keep in England. You know, that's about all. I won't do it again.
It's the morning after Christine Clement's spinal surgery, and remarkably, she's already managed to eat a full breakfast.
Good morning.
Good morning, Doctor.
Dr. Bengazala comes to check on his patient, and he's got some good news.
We are now exactly 12 hours after the intervention, so today we will put the drainage out. The wound is very good. Everything is fine, and the plan is that she can go tomorrow at home.
That's great. I can go to my granddaughter's birthday party.
Perfect.
Wonderful news.
It's the beginning of a new pain-free life for Christine.
I feel absolutely marvellous, I really do. I didn't expect to feel this good, really. My fingers are always half asleep.
Really, I think you could put a pin in there and I wouldn't feel it. Not today, though. I would feel the pin. Yeah, I would. It's amazing. He's a magician, this man.
No, the intervention is a standard intervention. You can find it in all the world. It's a standard intervention. It's a microsurgery. There's nothing special.
Well, for me, you're very special.
Thank you.
Christine calls her granddaughter to give her the good news.
Hello, sweetheart. How are you? And Nanny's good as well. Listen, I've got something to tell you. Nanny's coming tomorrow to your birthday party. What do you think? Are you happy? Yes, I know. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Oh, she's so sweet. I love her so much.
Coming up, a junior patient needs handling with care.
He's too young, so it's going to hurt a little bit, and he's afraid.
And tensions run high over a desire to fly.
So doctor says that you're not to fly, you will fly. If not, you'll have not your fit to fly.
There's been a major development in the case of 55-year-old Stephen Carnell from Rotherham,
Bloody hell, what are you doing?
who was admitted a week ago suffering from a mixture of diabetes and gastroenteritis.
I've got the diarrhoea.
Okay. Stephen was in room 207, but not anymore. He walked out of the hospital 24 hours ago, but now he's back.
So doctor says that you're not to fly, you will fly. If not, you'll have not your fit to fly.
Stephen needs a certificate to fly home, but that's not given out lightly.
Sit down, sorry. Sit down here.
I've got a flight to go back home. Now they're saying that I can't go back home yet until I see a doctor. This is a load of coswallow. I'm fit enough to fly, and now I've got to go through this procedure. What's going to happen if they say I can't fly? Where am I going to go? I've no money, I've no nothing. This is ridiculous.
Dr. Carmen Ruiz will decide if Stephen can fly.
Let me go home. Please, doctor.
I'm sorry.
But
I
where
need
can I
know.
stop?
I need to know that you are in condition for flying.
I'm perfectly... Doctor, I have no money. I paid for the flight. No.
I'm sorry. I am going to see you, but we need to see that you are in condition for flying. I can't make a fit to fly if you are not in condition.
But what do I do? I don't want any more drips. I don't want any more drips.
I am not to put a drip. I am going to explore you. I am going to see how is your glucose level.
Stephen's blood sugar is tested, but he hasn't been taking his daily medication for diabetes. And unsurprisingly, the results aren't good.
It's so high.
Yeah, but it will be because I've had syrup.
Look, but if I eat,
yeah,
my sugar don't go 341.
Will be because I've had a fruit juice as well.
I'm sorry, you can't fly with a sugar height. That is sure.
Doctor, what do I do? Where do I go?
Take medication. Don't take juice fruits. Why do you take juice fruits?
I just had juice at home. I first had juice.
But without medication.
Yeah, I know. But doctor, please help me. I'll have to go home, so I might just throw my son under into the car or something because I can't go like this. I'm okay for flying. I've no more money. Sorry.
Stephen's pleas fall on deaf ears. He'll have to wait for his permission to fly.
So can I come back tomorrow morning and have it checked and see what's what? Okay. Thank you very much, doctor. Thank you for helping me.
Some patients show remarkable bravery at the hospital, and the next case is no exception. 3-year-old Harry Tennant has had a nasty accident.
My son was jumping into the pool today and he fell at the edge of the pool and split his head open. Pretty nasty cut on the side of the head.
Harry and his parents live in County Antrim in Northern Ireland, but his poolside play has brought the family to the hospital.
Very brave, weren't you? And no crying? Nope.
Harry needs some antibiotics, and the best way to give a child medicine is via mum.
Syrup? Yep, medicine. Don't you like medicine? Like special medicine? It's the first time he's had to go to hospital too, isn't it? He's brave. It'd be worse if he was crying. I think it would have been worse. But you're okay, aren't you? Yeah.
But antibiotics aren't enough. The wound is quite deep and needs stapling, which, as we've already seen, can be quite an ordeal. And Harry's only 3.
It's quite easy, it's quite simple, but he's too young, so it's going to hurt a little bit, and he's afraid. So we're going to do it quick, fast, tender. Let me see, it's going to be...
Not even a flinch.
Very brave. Give me 5.
What do you say? Thanks.
Fantastic. It's like a mosquito.
What do you say, Mom?
Thank you. You say thank you to me, my God.
Harry Tennant, definitely one of Clinic of Benidorm's easier patients. Despite having spinal surgery just a few days ago, today Christine Clement is well enough to attend her granddaughter's birthday party.
Oh, look, there's my baby.
Laura is 5 today, and what does any 5-year-old want for their party? Fancy food, face painting, goodies, and best of all, grandma.
I mithered the doctor to death to let me out, and he did. He said the operation had done very well, and I had responded very well. It's starting to itch a little bit now, so that's a good sign. They say when it's itching, it's healing.
Also at the party are Christine's 2 other grandchildren, 2-year-old Eroy and new arrival Sarah. It's a real family affair.
Wow, let me see.
And Christine is in good hands, with close friend and ex-nurse Janet keeping a watchful eye on the patient.
She's doing all right. I'm being a good girl, really. I am. For once, yeah, for once. No, I am. I'm doing as I'm told. And I'm hoping to be back in the palace tonight to check that everything's okay in the palace as well.
And sure enough, later that evening, Christine takes her seat at the nightclub, where the show really does go on. Thankfully for Stephen Carnell, the diabetic desperate to return home, the following morning his sugar levels had dropped, and Carmen issued him with his fit-to-fly certificate.
Thank you very much.
Stephen flew back to England with no plans for any more trips to Benidorm or anywhere else. Next time on Benidorm ER, a grandmother fights for her life.
I nudged her to waken her to get into bed, and she wouldn't respond to me.
Dr. Iris Henkel deals with an inconsolable patient.
We are trying to give Bobby inhalations to open the airways.
And it's stag and hen season. But who is worse for wear?
Well, I went to jump over a 3-foot wall and I didn't realise it was 10 foot on the other side.
We go on duty with another emergency service over on 5-Star next night with the Police Interceptors. Well, here on Channel 5, bringing a bit of wit and charm to the pathology slab. Megan Hunt in New Body of Proof.